Tapes release underway. Beginning quite nicely was Unico Pegasus, and Mr Scorcher began fast, and Mr Scorcher goes to the front from Unico Pegasus second. Third spot Jack Castleton, and last of all was Alabama Showdown with Josh Duggan on board. As they go out of the straight, and the front runner is John Caldo with Mr Scorcher. He leads away. In second spot, Unico Pegasus, who sits behind the leader, and third was Jack Castleton, and Alabama Showdown is last of all. Both were a bit slow to begin, but they're just finding a little bit of trouble, in particular Alabama Showdown, to get its rhythm to keep up with the leading trio. They haven't gone hard early. Mr Scorcher leading the way, Unico Pegasus second, Jack Castleton third, Alabama Showdown is fourth and last, about 20 metres off the leading trio. 54 seconds was the lead time in trial number 4 for tonight. And the front runner is Mr Scorcher. Unico Pegasus is second, and third Jack Castleton. Alabama Showdown is fourth and last of all. Heading up towards the top of the home straight, and he travels sweetly here on Mr Scorcher. Unico Pegasus gets a nice cart into it on the leader's back. Jack Castleton's third, Alabama Showdown is fourth and last. No change in the order. And they'll get the bell. 32.4 was the first quarter of the last mile. So 54 seconds and 32.4 the first quarter of the last mile, with Mr Scorcher doing it nicely. Unico Pegasus second, Jack Castleton third, and fourth was Alabama Showdown. They go out of the straight, and the front runner is Mr Scorcher for John Caldo. Travels nicely out in the lead. In second spot, Unico Pegasus for Chris Alford, and third was Jack Castleton for Richard Caruana, and fourth and last was Alabama Showdown for Josh Duggan. That second quarter, 31.6, and the half was 64 seconds. Mr Scorcher leading the way from Unico Pegasus. In third spot was Jack Castleton, and Alabama Showdown having trouble to keep up. It's about 35 metres away in last spot. They go off the back with 500 metres to travel. Mr Scorcher by 2 metres. Unico Pegasus is starting to close the gap quite rapidly, and Unico Pegasus shades Mr Scorcher. In third spot, just parked in behind him, was Jack Castleton. 30.9 that third quarter, and Unico Pegasus now really putting it to Mr Scorcher, and they turn for home with Unico Pegasus just in front. Mr Scorcher attempting to go with it, and then Jack Castleton, but Unico Pegasus slowly but surely getting the upper hand. He's starting to draw clear over the concluding stage. Just getting a little bit rocky as he's asked to go a bit quicker, but he's a big loping sort of horse, and Unico Pegasus scores. He wins. Second placing, getting up on the line, I think, was Jack Castleton. Third, Mr Scorcher. And a distant last was Alabama Showdown on trial number 4. Last quarter was 29.5. 32.4, 31.6, 30.9, 29.5 the quarters. 54 lead time, and the mile rate was 28.1. 28.1 the mile rate. Last mile in 24.6. 24.6 last in 60.4. 60.4. So the numbers are 3, 2, 4 and 1. 3, 2, 4 and 1 on